So in this video, I will continue talking about SSMix. So our contributions, as we already explained in the previous video, there was 3 main difficulties in applying input level mix-up onto text. So the first one was that the lengths of the two sequences may differ. In our work, we get rid of this problem by applying position-free mix-up. So original implementation of mix-up should have the same length in order to linearly interpolate between these vectors. However, we applied position-free replacement, so there was no need to consider the length difference. The second one was that the convex combination was not defined for the tokens. So that's why we applied discrete token-wise mix-up like commix and attentive commix. Third one was that the sentence structure may be destroyed. So that's why we applied span-wise mix-up, which with adding saliency scores to select the most appropriate spans that have a strong relation to the labels. So span-wise mix-up, we assume that span-wise mix-up less destroy the sentence structure. And this was the illustration that we tried for our contributions. So compared with the hidden level mix-up, which can be drawn as the linear combination of two original examples in the hidden space, our approach explores a larger synthetic sample space for a mix-up output. So since we applied discrete token level mix-up on the input level, not token level but span level anyway, we believe that the outputs of our SSMix explores a larger virtual dataset space compared with the hidden level mix-up. So we'll go on and talk about our experiments. For the first, for our datasets, we used a lot of various well-known datasets that are used for NLI tasks or mix-up at the hidden level, previously used at the hidden level mix-up. The first one was a part of the GLUE dataset, which consisted of SST2, MNLI, QNLI, RTE, and so on. And we also added track, and we added 2 versions of track in order to see how the total number of labels affect the performance or the effectiveness of our SSMix. And we also added ANLI to test how SSMix helps to the robustness of the model. And for our training, we used the pre-trained BERT-based model from Hugging Face with max sequence length of 128, batch size of 32, optimizer epsilon 1e-08, weight decay 1e is -104, linear scheduler with warm-up 10%. We did the 2-stage training in order to speed up the model convergence. This was also explained in the original mix-up paper. So we used this training procedure. The first stage was with no mix-up, with higher learning rate for a small number of epochs. The second stage, we applied mix-up for half of the examples, starting from the best checkpoint from the prior no mix-up, with learning rate of 1e-05 for 5 epochs. In this mix-up, in the train data loader, we get the one batch. We split the batch into half and applied mix-up with the center be one example first, and then apply mix-up be the center of the second example for the second one. This is what I explained right now. So as a result, we get 2 half-batch original training data and 2 half-batch augmented training data from SSMix. So And then we calculated the loss for all of those 4, and then we forwarded it. We reported the accuracy of every 500 epochs, and if the total training size was less than 500 epochs, we reported every epoch. We ran the experiment with seed 0 to 4, and then we averaged the training results. This is an additional data that we provide only for this video. So this was the training time. As you can see, SSMix is a little bit more. They take more time than the hidden level mix-up, because maybe the augmentation time, and we need to additionally forward the model a lot, because we need to do we did the half batch approach and applied to mix-up dataset. And we experimented with hidden level mix-up mix-up methods, such as T-mix or embed mix. And we followed the best settings that was explained at the original T-mix or emix paper. That was applying beta distribution of alpha to be 0.2 and selecting from random sampling from the layer 7, 9, and 12. And we also implemented the variants of SSMix. The first one, SSMix, and SSMix without saliency, meaning that we no longer consider the salient span, but we just randomly pick 2 token length span from the XB, and then replace it. And we also experimented with getting rid of the span level restriction, meaning that we just replace it in the token level, like 2. There, will becomes commons, in becomes comma, and so on. So this is the results. So overall, if we explain overall, we can see that applying mix-up is better than just no mix-up, and applying SSMix is better than applying hidden level mix-ups, and the performance increases as we add display length restriction and add the salience scores. So we additionally analyzed our method results in the dataset size and number of class labels and paired sentence tasks. So for the dataset size, we saw that since RT and MRPC has a small dataset, since SSMix creates data samples on a larger range, in order for the model to generalize, sufficient amount of data should be provided to help better representation, or maybe different training data, learning rates for epochs and schedules should be provided for small amount of data set. For the aspect of number of class labels, we found out that dataset that have a larger total number of labels was more effective on SSMix. So if you compare between track course and track fine, where course have only 6 labels and fine only has 43, fine has 43 or more labels, we can see that the increase in gain was much more for track fine, which had larger labels, meaning that this aligns with the fact that the original paper stated that cross-label mix-up was more beneficial than doing mix-up from the same label. So if we have a total number of a lot of label, they're more likely to get different label mix-up. And lastly, for paired sentence tasks, we found out that SSMix could be more effective since we consider the special tokens, for example, CLS or ZEP tokens, which is not guaranteed by the hidden level mixup. So hidden level mixup could, they don't have any restriction that to preserve the original special tokens. So we preserve them. So this is the end of our explanation for SSMix. Thank you for listening to my presentation. And if you have more questions, please refer to the paper or the codes, or you can also email me. So thank you for listening. Have a good day.